What if Goku merged with the Big Getty Star? For those who don't know what this technology is, it is from the movie Metacooler. This being once died to Goku when it was thrown into the sun. Cooler survived, as some of his brain matter was still around. The Big Getty Star was not very big. It was a small chip that was hyper advanced AI, and it fused with Cooler's brain, thus letting him take control, and it grew in size. It became so powerful that it almost became a moving planet, being able to completely take over worlds and consume their energy, very similar to how Moro actually does. So it's an early version of Moro, more technology, not magic. But what if Goku actually got this ability? Now, I've seen some fans were jumping back and forth, discussing where should Goku get it. As the one of the ways is when Goku was first born and sent off by Bardock, the chip was with him and it fused with him. Another way is if Goku, when he left planet Namek after his fight with Frieza, on the way to Yardrat actually fuses with the chip. So it could go both ways, but after I actually did a stream yesterday, and I asked the fans what majority of them wanted, which thank you guys for over 70 people watching the stream and over 40 likes, you guys are awesome. You guys decided and wanted me to do what if Goku got it from birth, so that is exactly what we're going to do. So Bardock would have found this chip on his travels. Bardock is actually a brilliant scientist, and he learned that this chip has hyperactive AI. But before he could really utilize it and really study it, Frieza attacked. And when Frieza was attacking planet Vegeta, Bardock would then put some of the belongings, such as the scouter, the armor, and the CPU, inside of a Saiyan space pod where Kakarot was in, as sort of a memento to say goodbye. And maybe when Goku grows enough, he can maybe use the CPU to grow stronger, or any way to help. Now, Bardock would still send Goku off, and he would still sacrifice his life, dying to freeze a supernova, thus with the majority of the rest of the Saiyan race. Once when Goku was traveling, the AI would then enter through Goku's head, and it would then fuse with him completely, thus making them one being. Now Goku has full control over the AI. The AI is not evil, nor is it going to take over Goku's mind and corrupt him. That's not how it works. This is now a part of Goku. Since Bardock tinkered with it, this AI is tasked with keeping Goku alive. It is tasked with helping Goku and keeping him living. That is what Bardock wanted. And Bardock could not fully finish it, so it's not at its full potential yet, but once when Goku grows and he grows stronger, it will grow more powerful. Goku would still be found by Grandpa Gohan, and the first notice of this chip actually helping Goku is when Goku fell. If you guys remember, Goku originally fell from Grandpa Gohan's backpack, and he fell off the cliff and he hit his head. Now, this would still injure Goku, but Goku would heal much faster. But Goku would still be a little bit different, being the same goofy Goku that we all know and love. But his brain was not damaged, and Grandpa Gohan was shocked to see how fast he healed in such a short time, within a few moments. But he did notice that the child was happier and more cheerful. Now, Goku, over the next 12 years, would continue training with his master Gohan. Now, Goku would still transform into a great ape. Now, would Goku have control over it? I don't think so. I think that the great ape is still a wild transformation, but I do think that the AI would not be tasked with saving Goku mentally, it's saving him physically. So if Goku ever got hurt, it will heal him and make him stronger. So, Goku unfortunately will still kill Grandpa Gohan, and he would then transform back not knowing what happened, as he can't remember what happened before. Goku would continue living his life until he meets Bulma. And the story with Goku and Bulma is pretty much the exact same, with Goku and Bulma both working together to find the Dragon Balls. Now if you guys remember, this is when Goku, he would still meet the turtle, and then he would hand it over to Master Roshi. Now with Master Roshi and them here, Master Roshi would then give them the Dragon Ball. Now this is one difference that I'm going to note, is once when Goku was inside the Saiyan spaceship, when the chip fused with him, it also fused with the scouter. This means that Goku can actually see people's power levels. And it doesn't form a scouter, or for fun, we're going to say it does. Goku would have a scouter instantly materialize from the side of his face, and he could then read people's power level. Now remember, it only takes technology from what it was. So the scouters are not that great, as they're an older model, but it could sense pretty much everyone's power level on Earth. And it sensed that Master Roshi's power level was actually 139, which Goku was shocked to see how strong Roshi actually was. Now Roshi would give them the 3-star Dragon Ball and the Flying Nimbus as rewards for bringing them the turtle back and giving it water. Now Goku would still stop the reign of the terrible Oolong, and they would still give Bulma the 6-star Dragon Ball. Now, once when Goku, Bulma, and Oolong would meet Yamcha and Puar, you remember that Goku lost first because he was hungry and he was starving. What I think is going to happen here is when Goku is severely wounded and it looks like he's going to die, the AI will take over. When this AI takes over, it's not Goku no more. The AI will destroy the threat that is in Goku's way. What makes it very dangerous is it has no morals, no thought process, no nothing. It is just pure processing, meaning that it can move without thinking, not Ultra Instinct, and it has no feelings. There's no hesitation, there's no moral code to slow Goku down in battle. So, when Yamcha was overpowering Goku with his Wolf Fang Fist, Goku was already weakened and tired. The AI would then take over. Goku's eyes would turn completely red. No pupils, just pure red. And he would then grab Yamcha's hand, snapping it in half. As now the AI has taken full control over Goku's body, he does not have the fatigue issue anymore because it's the AI handling Goku's nourishment. The AI would then crash forward and punch Yamcha right in the stomach, nearly killing him, and Yamcha would then fall down completely defeated. This is when the AI would then turn off, since seeing that the enemy was defeated. Goku would then pass out because he was still starving. Bulma did not know what that was, but it was pretty scary, but she lets it go for now. Maybe Goku's weird. She's seen a lot of weird stuff already. A flying little panda with Poir and also a Saiyan tail. Goku did not know what happened. He just felt like he just had a dream real quick and he woke up. He didn't know what happened, and he seems fine. So Roshi would still use the Kamehameha to put the flames in the Frying Pan Mountain. Well, although he does destroy the whole mountain along with the castle as well, they would still find the 7-star Dragon Ball. Goku would still defeat the Boss Rabbit and his gang, sending them to the moon. Mai and Shu would steal the Dragon Balls from Goku and the gang. Now, Pilaf would still summon Shenron, and Oolong would still wish for girls' underwear. Now, Goku would look at the moon, and he would turn into a Great Ape, destroying Pilaf's castle. Now, we will get into Goku's abilities in a minute. Remember, the chip is not fully advanced yet. The reason why Cooler was able to get so powerful in a couple of years was because he was expanding. He was looking for power, so he was taking over planets, absorbing life, getting stronger. Goku's not doing that. But his abilities will come out more and more as he starts to get older and he learns more about himself, which we'll get to this in a minute, as he already can sense power levels by using his scouter, and he can even use it for communications. And then no, it's his own channel, so he's not connected to Frieza's channel or anything like that, so he has no clue who Frieza is. But he could know, maybe with the AI scanning his space pod, but it didn't do that, because it didn't want to push the ship off trajectory. So no. Goku now would then finally become Master Roshi's student, alongside Krillin after finding Launch. Now we know that Launch has a split personality, so that didn't work out well for Roshi. Roshi would then move his house to a larger island, and this is when they would then begin their tough training under Master Roshi. They would begin spending the next 7 months training. Now the one difference here that I could see is Goku would start to learn some abilities that he does have. Goku would notice that his hands would then turn into sharp, almost like swords. If you guys want a kind of a viewing of it, imagine Diamond Head from Ben 10, or even Optimus Prime if you want to think technology-wise, to where he can turn his hand into a weapon. Roshi was shocked to see that Goku could do this, as he's not a normal boy at all, nor is he human. Bulma was really interested, as it really seems technological. Now Goku was sharp enough to use these sharp talons in a way to cut through solid rock like it was nothing. Goku can also form a hook, to where he can use it in battle to grab enemies, and he can also use it to grab onto things if he's having a tough time climbing. Now, once when Goku would actually learn about the flying Nimbus, seeing it fly around, would Goku be able to fly? Well, Goku hasn't necessarily seen somebody fly before, but I think once when he does get a gauge on using Ki for the first time, such as learning the Kamehameha, I think that Goku would have a pretty interesting technique. Goku can use the bottoms of his feet to shoot Ki out of to fly. It's not what you think with just using Ki to levitate yourself, it's almost shooting thrusters out of the bottom of his shoes to where he can fly into the air. But he can't use it for too long because it takes a lot of energy to do it, but he can use it to propel himself across the air if he's fighting somebody, which Goku learns how to master this, so it's really good for his speed. Plus Goku can also use tendrils from his arm to lash enemies and to also grab them and hold them in place. Goku is very, very versatile in techniques and weapons. Now, of course, Krillin would struggle to keep up with Goku, who has more power than he does, but Krillin does keep up in his own way. But Goku's a natural learner. Now, they would continue to increase the weight of shells on their backs to 40 kg. One thing I will notice is when Goku is doing this, he's adapting faster because the AI is helping him. Remember, the AI is connected to his whole body, everything, down to his very DNA and to his brain. Thus, it's increasing Goku's potential to make him stronger. That's the whole point, is to make Goku grow more powerful. I will note that when Goku was using the weight of these shells, it would start to become too easy for him, and even for Krillin. And that was the heaviest shells that Roshi had. Goku would then put his hand on it, and it would then materialize looking like Metacooler's armor, so it's a shiny, hueish blue color, but now it was over triple the weight, which is massive. So now it would go from 40 kgs to over 120, which is massive. Roshi couldn't even pick it up, as it was hard for him to even lift it. Goku was able to put it on, but it would make them a little bit stronger. Now, this is when the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament would take place. Now, while Roshi does know of Goku's abilities and weapons, Goku can't use them during the tournament because it's illegal. But Goku can use a tendril since it's counted as a non-weapon. But I think what would happen is probably the announcer would tell Goku that you're not allowed to use any of those weird things from your arms at all. No spikes, no weird hooks or tendrils or anything like that. Which Goku was fine with that. He would then battle Roshi. Now, Jackie Chun, unfortunately, who's hidden as Roshi, for those who don't know, big reveal, he would not beat Goku. Goku was actually a little bit stronger this time around, and Goku's original power level is at around 180. Goku this time is, I would say, is around 250. So he's already near the same power level as like Demon King Piccolo, and he was in the Demon King Piccolo arc. So he would overpower Roshi and defeat him. Now Goku would eat all the funding away, as, well, his appetite's still large, so he wouldn't really win anything, but he doesn't care about money. Now, this is when the Red Ribbon Army saga would take place. After defeating Colonial Silver, and of course the Red Ribbon Army Brown Squad would find a 7-star Dragon Ball as well, Goku would end up in Jingle Village, and he would then see the White Corporate Muscle Tower. This is when I think when Goku walks up to the technology in Muscle Tower, it would then attach to the computers, thus telling Goku where all of their communications are, thus telling the AI all of their planning and everything, so he knows everything about them now. And all of their projects. He also knows about Dr. Gero, who's leading in android technology. The AI sees that as a threat, because if this Dr. Gero can make AI like that and make androids, this could hurt Goku. So Goku's eyes would forcefully turn red, and the AI would take over. The AI would then make it its personal mission to stop this Red Ribbon Army, thus making the Red Ribbon Army non-existent, because this AI is almost at full power. Remember, this is over 250 to 260 power level of Goku. With AI having no pause, no moral code, no nothing, would absolutely decimate the Red Ribbon Army. It knows all of the locations, everything. The Red Ribbon Army would not be able to escape Goku's wrath, as Goku / the AI, or the Getty Star, would completely annihilate the Red Ribbon Army bases and everything, communications, and it would personally find and kill Dr. Gero. And it would also defeat General Blue, and that would all go pretty much the same. Now, Goku would still meet Ariel as he would kind of snap out of it, and we know about Mercenary Tao as well. Goku would defeat Mercenary Tao as he snapped back out of what happened. So Goku would actually be okay, and he didn't know what happened. But from what Ariel and what other people said, even Mercenary Tao would say that you took down their whole Red Ribbon Army, that's impressive, but not strong as me. Goku would have defeated him this time around, so Goku would not need to begin climbing Korn's Tower. But I still think he'll go up there because he doesn't know what it is. So once when he does reach the top of Korn's Tower, he would begin his training. Now, the Sacred Water was a fluke first of all, as Goku attains quote-unquote Sacred Water. It was actually just tap water. Korn just kind of made it seem like he was drinking it. It's not the real stuff. Now, Mercenary Tao was already defeated, and in the Fortune Teller Baba Battle Arena, I think Goku would easily win, and he would beat his grandpa Gohan, and he would find out it's him, and he would reunite him. It would be a good moment. Now, this is when I think Goku would learn how to fly for the first time, because he saw Tien do it. Now, once when Goku actually met Tien for the first time and saw Tien flying, Goku would learn how to do it. So now Goku can fly. So instead of swimming to Papa Island, Goku would fly there for the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament. And this is when, of course, Goku would easily blitz through all the opponents in his way. You would have Tien Shenhan versus Goku. Now, Goku would see Tien Shenhan be able to split himself apart in different people and attack him. Goku can mimic this ability. Goku would make clones of himself and attack Tien Shenhan, winning. Now, of course, this technique is kind of frowned upon, but Goku would use it, but he's not as strong as his original self. But Goku decides not to use it to beat him, but either way, Tien Shinhan has no chance of beating this version of Goku. Now, this is when Krillin would still be killed by Tambourine and King Piccolo would still appear. Now with Demon King Piccolo, he's still old. He needs to find the Dragon Ball so he can wish for his younger body. Goku would still meet Yajirobe, and soon after, he would easily defeat Tambourine. He would then cross paths with Demon King Piccolo, and he would easily defeat Demon King Piccolo, as he would use one of his spiked hands and he would stab right into Demon King Piccolo, killing him, as Demon King Piccolo would still have enough energy to spit out an egg, thus making Piccolo Jr. Now, this is when Goku, I think after the King's Castle and taking over Earth would not have happened, I think Yajirobe would still tell Goku we should go back to Korin to continue training since he's defeated. But I think after beating Demon King Piccolo, I think Korin would train Goku for a little while to only give him the water, which Goku would survive, because he's still pure-hearted. It's the AI took over, so it's not Goku's soul, it's the AI. So Piccolo Jr. would still be born, doing his thing, as he has the next 3 years to grow. Now Goku would reach the lookout, and he would train there for the next 3 years with Mr. Popo and Kami. Now Goku in the original had a battle power of around 334, roughly. Now since Goku was a lot more powerful, and as well, he can also survive harsher conditions, he might even be able to last longer in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. If he could, either way, Goku's much stronger. His power level, instead of being around 334, it'll be at around 600, which is way stronger, but not absolutely absurd. It is plausible. And once when Goku, he would not, I don't think he would have his tail removed, but you could say he does. The reason why I say this is because Kami knew about the moon, restoring it, and I think he would also remove Goku's tail. But I think once when he does, Goku's tail would instantly grow back. Kami would be shocked to see this, but it does. So it doesn't work. So now Kami doesn't know what to do. The only thing that he can do is try and train Goku to use the Great Ape form, which I think Kami and Popo teaming up, I think they could. Popo was actually a lot stronger than people realize. He was able to actually hold off Super Saiyan Goten and Trunks at the same time, which is crazy. But yes, I think that if Goku for the next 3 years would continue his training, spiritual training, with the AI also helping him, I think Goku would be able to learn how to control the Great Ape form to where he's not completely going apeshit and he can kind of relax. But he doesn't have complete control, but he's not going to attack innocents and go crazy. So that's good enough for Kami, and also just don't look at the moon. So after this is when for the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament. Goku would easily destroy everybody in his path. Now I still think Goku would still become engaged with Chi-Chi, as he still met Chi-Chi when he was younger. Goku's not the sharpest guy in the shed, so he would still engage with Chi-Chi. Sorry fans, Goku would easily overpower Piccolo Jr., even if there's literally nothing that he could do. And even if he tried getting a cheap shot on Goku hitting his shoulder, and even if it even impaled him, because Goku's so much stronger, but when you drop your guard, your power level drops even lower, Goku would just instantly heal, so it's fine. So Piccolo would be shocked to see wires and instantly connect back to his shoulder. Goku would just beat Demon King Piccolo and spare his life, because if he dies, Kami dies as well. Goku would then get to the wedding, have Gohan, and things would be peaceful for the next 5 years. Now Goku even stated himself that he did not do much training. As you guys remember, Goku was kind of doing his own thing, not really worrying about it. Now, this is when we would have Raditz still arriving on Earth. Him and Raditz's meetup, I think, would happen pretty much the same. Although Goku is much stronger, Raditz would then note on how Goku's power level is at around 650, which is very impressive, but nothing to Raditz. Raditz is over twice that power. Raditz would still need Goku in the stomach, overpowering him first, and he would then take Gohan, and Goku and Piccolo would then have a team up. Now, since Piccolo has to try and keep up with Goku, knowing how strong he was, I think Piccolo originally was right around a 406, just Goku was around 416. Piccolo would probably be around 450, but maybe 460, which is a lot in terms of Dragon Ball level, so he is a little bit stronger. Now, they would then go begin their battle with Raditz. Now, with Goku having these strange abilities, Raditz notes on how Goku's not a Saiyan anymore. He doesn't know what he can do. Now, with Goku having these abilities and he can heal, this is a problem for Raditz. Now, Raditz is using his full power and he is overpowering Goku. The problem is, whenever he hits Goku with a powerful attack, like he shot Goku through the stomach, almost looked like he killed him, while Piccolo was charging up his special beam cannon, Goku's stomach would then fill up with wires and instantly heal back to normal human flesh. But he's stronger. So his power level would go from around 650 to 750 to 850 to 950 to 1000 to 1100. It's rising as he's getting damaged and he's healing. Which, remember, this is what Cooler could do too, because it adapts and grows stronger. So Raditz was starting to begin to get overpowered by Goku. Now this is when I think that Goku would then grab his tail, and Raditz I think would still try and trick him, which I think Goku would fall for. And even if Piccolo would have missed, I think Goku's getting too strong to the point to where there's nothing that Raditz could do. And there's no moon out, so Raditz can't stop them. Now I think this is when Goku would realize that Raditz tried tricking him, and Goku would then grab Raditz because Goku knows he can heal, and he would sacrifice himself anyway. Piccolo would then fire the special beam cannon, hitting Goku and Raditz, as when Goku fell over the next minute, he would then heal and he would then get up. As Piccolo was actually telling Raditz about the Dragon Balls, if Goku ever died, because they didn't know because he looked like he died for like a minute or two. Raditz said that was a mistake, because now there are two Saiyans even stronger coming to Earth. Now once when Raditz does pass on, Goku was now even stronger. Getting hit with a special beam cannon like that, his power level is around 2000. Remember, Piccolo's special beam cannon is around 1300. Goku was around 1100, so he was able to be damaged by it, and he wasn't guarding it. So Goku's actually around 2000. He's even stronger than he is before. Now, once when they all go up to Kami, said Piccolo, Goku would allow Piccolo to take Gohan to begin his training, as he feels like he can trust Piccolo. As Piccolo states, I'm not going to do anything because you're too powerful for me right now anyway, and these Saiyans, if they're stronger than this guy, they could be a problem. I'll train your son and I'll get him stronger. Now, Goku doesn't really know where to go, as he was thinking of trying to convince Piccolo to go up to Kami's lookout to train in the Spirit in time. But Popo states that it's down for maintenance. Now, Kami states that there is a master in the other world that he can take him to, if King Yemma allows it. They would then go to King Yemma, and Goku would kind of persuade him with stating how there's over like 7 billion people on the planet Earth. Imagine if the Saiyan killed them all. Could you imagine the paperwork that would be? King Yemma would allow it, even though he's alive, to travel across Snake Way. Since Goku can fly, he will get there much faster, arriving a couple months earlier on King Kai's world. Goku would struggle against the gravity initially, but the AI would then adapt to Goku's body and the gravity, and within about a minute or two, he quickly adapted. Now, King Kai was surprised to see that, but he would then train Goku. He would then note how Goku is very different from any Saiyan he's ever seen. He would then learn about his abilities, and Goku could learn the Kaioken ability. Now, the Kaioken affects your body because it does destroy it, but the Big Getty Star would then heal Goku's body. So Goku can use the Kaioken and it does not destroy his body, but it does drain his stamina and energy still. So while it doesn't hurt him, he will still lose power. So that's the downside. So Kaioken is still an impressive technique. It doesn't have nasty side effects, but it does drain a lot of energy. You can't use it for long. So it's kind of used as a trump card. Goku would also learn how to use a Spirit Bomb, and that's pretty much it. He would then continue training at King Kai's for a while, and he would then head back. This means that Goku, would he arrive on time? I would say yes. Now, once when he does arrive on time, this means that even if somebody like Yamcha died, which was pretty unfortunate, Yamcha does not get the meme death, meaning that Piccolo's still alive too, as this is when Nappa was just beginning to spawn the Cybermen. Now, once when Goku shows up, all the Cybermen would then jump Goku. Goku would easily overpower all the Cybermen, as they would have no chance with Goku. Now, in terms of multipliers, it's really up in the air. Goku got around 18.8 times stronger, and he had a few months to train. Now, Goku got there a few months earlier, so even if you want to make it a little bit higher, let's just say he got 25 times stronger instead of 18.8. So his power level was at around 2000 when he left, meaning that his power level is 50,000 in his base form, which is absolutely ridiculous. So Goku would easily one-shot the Cybermen, giving them the Cell Jr. treatment that Gohan gave them in Super Saiyan 2. When they were overpowered, Vegeta and Nappa were shocked to see his power level. As his power level was rising so high, it would then explode their scouters. Now remember, Goku, the scouter, is adapting to Goku's power, so he can see people under him. Goku would then state how, my power level, from what I can see, is over 50,000, which they were shocked to see that. There's no way. That would put him on par with some of the Ginyu Force members. They can't match that. And Goku also has a tail. He can go grade 8. So what are they going to do? Now, they don't believe it. As Nappa would try attacking Goku, Goku would easily overpower Nappa, I think he would give him the Raccoon treatment, as Nappa would try his massive explosion wave ability, and Goku would elbow him in the stomach, making Nappa fall down. Vegeta, I think, would still throw Nappa in the air and kill him, thinking that he's useless. Goku would then lead Vegeta somewhere else, away to the desert wasteland, and they would have their battle. Vegeta would go full power and fly in. Now, Goku can see that his power level is at around 18,000. Just remember, the big Getty star is naturally adapting, getting stronger and stronger. In terms of learning technology, the Scouter is getting better and better, as Goku's getting stronger and stronger. So, he sees that Vegeta has no chance of beating him, but he's still interested in seeing it, as he can kind of have a good connection with Vegeta, seeing that Vegeta's not all evil. He almost feels like he's a puppet, but who's the puppeteer? Now, Vegeta would try attacking Goku, throwing combos of punches at him. Goku was dodging each one with ease, and he would deliver a powerful gut punch to Vegeta, making him spit blood, and he would then fall over in agony. Vegeta would then wipe his mouth and see that blood was spilt by a low class. He never thought that Goku was this powerful, or Kakarot. He never thought that a slow class scum like Kakarot was this strong. Vegeta, out of desperation, would then fly into the air and then fire a Gallic gun. Now, once when he fires it right towards Goku, Goku would not fire his own Kamehameha. He would then just use his hand and block the attack with a single palm. Vegeta was shocked to see this, as Goku slapped the attack away, as the beam would then deflect off, going into outer space, narrowly hitting the moon, but it would not. Vegeta was shocked to see this, as he deflected his Gallic gun, his most powerful attack. Vegeta has no choice, as he could turn into a Great Ape, but Kakarot can too. So what is he gonna do? Vegeta would just decide, I'm gonna do it anyway. Maybe he doesn't control it as much, so I can get him that way and cut off his tail. And if I can cut off his tail when he's not paying attention, then I can beat him. So Vegeta would then spawn the fake moon, which Goku's never seen this before, and he would then throw it into the air. Now, Goku would not look at the fake moon, as he would see Vegeta transform. Goku can slightly control the Great Ape form. He can control its rage, but he doesn't have full control over it, and he would rather stay in his base form and fight Vegeta. Now, Vegeta in his Great Ape form is around 160,000. Goku would then power up to Kaioken times 3, and he would then attack Vegeta. Now, his power level is only 10,000 off from Vegeta, but the fact that he's so much smaller than Vegeta in the Great Ape state, is stated by Paragus, is lumbering and slow movements. Goku is it's very hard to hit somebody very small. Vegeta even said that when he was a little candy ball hitting Boo. But that's the same case for Goku and Vegeta here. Goku is way too fast and Vegeta can't hit him, and Goku can hit him with just as much power. Goku would then kick Vegeta right across the face, launching him across different mountains, toppling it over. He would then spot Vegeta's tail, and while Vegeta was getting up, Goku would then shout Solar Flare, blinding Vegeta, who was not ready for it, nor has he ever seen the technique. Goku would then fly through, spawning a Kenzan, or he could just use his own blast, and cut off Vegeta's tail, defeating him. Vegeta would then fall over, as he had no energy left. He would then spawn a spaceship, and a spaceship would then land as he would then walk towards it, being defeated. As the other Z fighters were ready to kill him, Goku put his hand out and say, "No, I want to face him again sometime. Let him go. He deserves a chance." And so, Vegeta would then tell him it was a mistake for sparing me. Vegeta would then fly off into outer space. Now, since the Z fighters are all saved, they're not all killed, what does that mean for the Namek arc? Well, because of the Namek arc, I still think that Goku has his spaceship. Now, Bulma would then note about the spaceship and the other space pods as well, because they have Vegeta and Nappa's now, as they would, and also Raditz's as well. Goku would then look to the space pod, and he would then put his hand on it, as he feels reminiscent almost, as it's a close connection to him. He would then be surprised as the AI would then shoot wires out and attach to it. Goku would then hear the conversations between Frieza and his men, even with Vegeta, explaining that there were Dragon Balls on Namek, and that they're going to use it for Lord Frieza to take over the whole universe. Goku would then have all the plans, as he would then tell Bulma that he needs to go to planet Namek to stop this Frieza guy, because Vegeta's heading there too. And if these Dragon Balls are as powerful as they say they are, then they could wish for immortality or even worse, and Goku can't stop it, since Vegeta would just head right back here. So, the Z Fighters would then begin preparing to then go to Namek. Goku was helping Bulma alongside with her father to make the spaceship to go to planet Namek. Now remember, Goku does have a space pod, but that can only fit one person. So how is Goku going to be able to get to Namek? Well, they have the spaceship. Remember, Bulma's father was working on it, and it did take him a few weeks to finish it. Luckily, Goku's friends are all alive, and Goku was not severely wounded, so Goku could not sit there and wait at the hospital the whole time. Now to help him, Goku would use his own technology. Remember, Cooler was able to expand and grow the big Getty star to be massive. I think that Goku can do something similar, to where he can actually construct things with his own AI. And I think Bulma would work well with this because she's the smartest woman on the planet, same with Bulma's father. Goku is very intelligent, but he's not very smart, if you get what I mean. He's a genius when it comes to fighting, but the AI does help him. So, Goku would help them speed up the process. Now that this happens, they now have a spaceship that is much faster and is much better made. So, it does have the gravity room to where Goku can train, and it can get there just as fast, albeit it is larger. So, they would leave around the same time as Gohan, Bulma, and Krillin originally did in the original spaceship. It's just this time, the spaceship is larger, having another floor for gravity, and it's just as fast. So it's impressive speed. They were able to make this within a week plus time. So, who would all leave? Well, I think it would be Goku, Gohan, Krillin, Bulma, and Piccolo. I think Piccolo would go with them, although I think Goku would be a little against it because if Piccolo does go and he dies, then the Earth Dragon Ball dies as well. But Piccolo would then state that this is his planet that he's going to. He's going there. And Tien, Yamcha, and the others will stay on Earth to make sure Earth is safe while they're gone. So, they would then take their leave. Now this means that they would begin training in the gravity machine. So, would Goku be able to get strong enough? Absolutely. Because if you remember, Goku's AI is so advanced, it can even make gravity machine even better than it was before. And with Goku having a training partner, he will get even stronger. Same with Piccolo. So since Piccolo never died, he never went to King Kai and trained for that short time, but even since then, Piccolo got a lot stronger. Now imagine if he's training with Goku. Now in terms of power levels, it's all up in the air by this point, as power levels is starting to get to the point, in terms of what ifs, that it'll start getting a bit excessive. But if we last remember, Goku's power level was around 50,000. Now after he was defeated and he defeated Vegeta, I think his power level would probably be around 60,000 since he adapts. Remember, he fought against the Great Ape. Now, after the training, Goku did get a massive power-up. If you remember in the original, Goku trained at 100 times gravity, and Goku went from having a power level of around 8,000 to around 90,000, which is a massive jump in terms of power. Now, what boost is that? That would be around 11.25 times. So if you wanted to add that to Goku's current power level, around 60,000, Goku would already be stronger than First Form Frieza, which is pretty busted. And he'd be even stronger because he's fighting Piccolo. When you have a sparring partner, you get double the power. So Goku would probably be, I'm going to say, around 1 million. Piccolo is going to be around 600 to 700,000. As for Krillin and Gohan, they did jump in and train every now and again, but it was hard for them to keep up with the current gravity. Piccolo was stronger, that's how he was able to survive it more, but I think they would adapt to it for sure. And Krillin would have a power level of, I would say, around 30 to 40,000, and Gohan would have a power level of around 50,000. So they are a lot more powerful. They would arrive on Namek. Vegeta was still having that goose chase to where he did arrive on Namek and he was chasing around the Dragon Balls. Vegeta would have already fought Zarbon and Dodoria, and he would have defeated them. Vegeta did get a bigger Zenkai because he was defeated by a more powerful opponent. So Vegeta did get a little stronger, so that's why he didn't need to be fully healed yet to defeat Zarbon. But his battle wounds were still severe. So while Frieza was out trying to search, he would go in the healing chambers and sneak there, and he would heal himself, as he didn't need too much, but that small Zenkai did buff him up a little bit. Vegeta, as I would say, is around 45 to about 50,000, which would make him around 10 to 15,000 stronger than he originally was by the time that the Ginyu Force would have arrived. Now, once when Goku and them do arrive, Goku would instantly sense Frieza's power level, and he was shocked with how strong Frieza is, but he wasn't too worried about it. But he is a little concerned because he feels like that is definitely not Frieza's true power. It feels like there's something hidden in there. So, for the time being, they need to secure the Dragon Balls first. Now, Bulma did have her Dragon Radar, which Goku was actually able to take the magical properties of it using his AI as wires latched out, and he was able to make his own, meaning that Goku can actually see where the Dragon Balls are using his eyes. And Goku's eyes would then turn green, scanning where the Dragon Balls are. So, Goku would then tell everyone else to hide your power level, since they do have scouters and they can sense it, to jump around and find the Dragon Balls and bring Bulma along with you. Goku and Piccolo would go off on their own, and they would then try and keep the main people distracted. They'll keep them distracted for now until they get the main Dragon Balls, and then they'll end them once the Dragon Balls are safe and they are away. Now, Bulma, Krillin, and Gohan, they would then all leave and go on their own. I think they would run into Vegeta by this point, but I think Vegeta would team up with them to help them find the Dragon Balls for the time being. He also knows that Kakarot is here, he can sense it, and another massive power level, so he knows not to mess with them, as he senses that it's even stronger than Frieza. So I don't think that Vegeta would mess with them, as he knows that Kakarot would just come kill him. So he's not going to mess with that, but he decides to help them for now. And he thinks that Kakarot might be the legendary Super Saiyan, but he doesn't know. Frieza by this point has already called the Ginyu Force, and the Ginyu Force was heading on their way there. Now Frieza was out searching for the Dragon Balls. This is when the Ginyu Force would soon arrive, as now Piccolo would be helping out the Namekians. He would meet the Grand Elder, as he did find Dende, and helped as Dende found Piccolo and helped him, bringing him back to the Grand Elder, who he met Nail. And the Grand Elder would unlock Piccolo's potential, making Piccolo even stronger. Piccolo was at around 600,000. His power level would rise up much higher, being around 1 million, so he's about equal to Goku now. And Piccolo feeling so much stronger, the Grand Elder knows that he's running out of time, and he's dying. But he knows that Piccolo is the strongest Namekian that he's ever seen, so he has one thing to ask of him: to fuse with him. Now Piccolo was a little bit against fusion, but the Grand Elder states that he's already passing, and he can't hold on much longer. And then he would look to Nail, telling Nail to bring another Namekian here. They would then bring one of the Elder Namekians, so Guru would then put his hand on him and transfer the essence of the Dragon Balls over to him. So when Elder Guru passes on and fuses with Piccolo, if they die, the Namekian Dragon Balls will not be bothered. So now there's a new Grand Elder. The Grand Elder would then look at Piccolo and tell him to take my hand and fuse with me. Piccolo accepts it, but he says that he's in control of the ship, not the Grand Elder. The Grand Elder would agree and state, "I may not be that much in strength, but take my knowledge and my magic. You will become a force that us Namekian people have never seen." Piccolo would then take his hand, and he would then fuse. Now, the only thing that would change with Piccolo is Piccolo would actually be an inch or two taller, and his skin would be a little bit more darkerish green. He also is a bit more beefed up, as he's a little bit more muscle mass, but Piccolo was in shock with the power that he had. Piccolo, as we know, Namekians do get a pretty massive buff in terms of power, and we know that Piccolo got way stronger with Nail, but Nail was more of a warrior Namekian. But we'll get into how strong Piccolo is in a minute, as Piccolo does feel very calm and peaceful, as his evil nature was definitely dulled down massively because the Grand Elder Guru was such a peaceful being. So Piccolo knew that he's going to save the Namekian people and kill Frieza himself. But first, he needs to help out Gohan and the others because the Ginyu Force arrived. Now, by the time that Piccolo would get there, Goku, on this point, is actually heading towards Frieza. As Goku would sense Piccolo's massive power jump, he knows that Piccolo can handle all the Ginyu Force members, and he knows that Vegeta is actually holding his own. So he's actually heading towards Frieza to fight him himself. As Bulma was helping with the Namekians, she was able to find the Dragon Balls, thus keeping them at a safe place away. She also learned that the Namekians are the only people that can summon the dragon, because the dragon will only listen to Namekian tongue. So you cannot summon Shenron with English. So she knows that that's another safety feature that they have. So they would keep the Dragon Balls hidden in a random location, probably in the cave if they originally had it. Now, Goku was heading towards Frieza as he was ready to battle him. Now we're going to jump all the way forward to the other side of Namek, to where the Ginyu Force was battling Vegeta. Now Vegeta was getting a big buff because remember, Krillin did have a senzu bean in case things went sour, and Vegeta was their best option. Now Vegeta did fight Raccoon, and Vegeta was actually able to beat him, though barely. It was a very grueling fight, and Vegeta was very injured. The Ginyu Force was shocked to see this, as Captain Ginyu flew off to head towards Frieza, as we know. But now, we're now going to have Jason Birder. Guldo was already killed by Vegeta, but now with Jason Birder tag teaming Vegeta, he was having no chance, because they were a really good combo. Until Krillin would then throw Vegeta's senzu bean, hoping he doesn't regret his actions, and Vegeta would then eat it, and he would get a massive Zenkai. Now, remember what I said before, Vegeta's power level is at around 50,000+. With this Zenkai, his power level jumps up to over 500,000. So, he would easily outclass and one-shot both Jason Birder, and he would then look to them and actually thank them, surprisingly, and he wouldn't kill them, but he feels like he can fight Frieza. So he would then head right towards Frieza, where Kakarot was heading towards as well. Now, Piccolo would have arrived a little late, but they were shocked to see Piccolo. He looks a little different. In terms of what Piccolo looks like, imagine Piccolo looks like his orange form, but just not orange. He looks like the normal green color. But that, in terms of his face and his bone structure, that's what he kind of looks like. Just a little bit smaller, as he's not like 12 foot tall. Now Piccolo would then tell them that he will unlock their potentials, as he doesn't know about Frieza. He feels like Frieza's hiding his true power. So after unlocking their potentials, they would get around 2 times buff, thus getting a lot stronger, being in the 70 to 80,000 range. They would then all head towards Frieza. As Goku was already began fighting First Form Frieza, Goku was easily overpowering Frieza, as Frieza had no chance against Goku. Now, by this point, Frieza would then go into his second form. This would prove to be a little bit stronger than Goku, but remember, when Frieza got the upper hand on Goku and severely wounded him, Goku would just instantly heal. He doesn't get hurt. Remember, as long as there's a small piece remaining, Goku can completely regenerate himself. So he's fine. And he gets stronger. So Goku's power level will rise to over 1 million, 1,200,000, 1,800,000, 2 million, as it rises as he gets more damage. So Frieza was getting overpowered. Frieza would start running out of options, as Frieza would then go into his final form, skipping over the third as he doesn't have time. Now this is when Goku began getting outclassed. Now Vegeta was ready to fight Frieza, and I think he would try and jump in to help Kakarot, but Frieza was easily overpowering Vegeta. And this is when I think Vegeta would try sacrificing himself for Goku, because he knows that Goku's a Super Saiyan, or Kakarot. When Frieza launches a massive attack, I think Vegeta would be very out of character, and I think he'll jump in, tanking the blast in front of Goku, Piccolo style. And I think when Vegeta falls, he would then beg Kakarot, crying, telling him to kill Frieza, and to let go of his emotions. He needs to kill him. Frieza's an animal. Goku knows that, and he thanks him for saving his son and everybody else against the Ginyu Force. He'll do his best. Goku would then hand over to Piccolo, as Piccolo would then set Vegeta down respectfully as a warrior. And he wishes that he could have healed Vegeta, but Vegeta was already gone. But they can wish him back with the Namekian Dragon Balls afterwards. Because remember, there's 3 wishes, so they can wish back their people and Vegeta. Or I guess you could say anybody that was killed by Frieza. So Goku would continue battling Frieza, as then Piccolo would then jump in, stating, let him have a turn. Piccolo would then begin powering up, as his power level was shocking. His power level was over 50 million, which would shock Goku with how powerful Piccolo was. And I know that this is a massive buff, but I think with Piccolo having his potential unlocked, remember, over time, it gets higher and higher. As we saw with Gohan, he went from being around 10,000 to being over 1 million. Remember, during the Frieza arc? So that's just for clarification that yes, Gohan continuously grows in potential. Same with Piccolo, as that's how Elder Guru's potential unlocking works. So, and on top of the fact that he also fused with him as well, and Elder Guru was actually not as weak as you guys think. It was stated that his power level was roughly around 8,000, which was actually stated in one of these little guidebooks, but it's not canon, but I would like to confirm that it is. But either way, Piccolo is absurdly strong. Piccolo is then pushing his body to the max, as he would then charge in and begin attacking Frieza, holding his own pretty decently, until Frieza uses over 70 to 80%. This is when Frieza would begin overpowering Piccolo easily, and Goku would be running out of options, because maybe he can tap into Kaioken, but Kaioken would not be enough. Goku's power level is at around 4 million, so if he does tap into Kaioken, maybe he can fight Frieza. Tapping in at times 20, he would jump in to help Piccolo, but Frieza was just too strong, as remember Piccolo was being tossed aside, Goku was running out of stamina. Now remember, every time that Goku does get injured, and his body heals itself, it does make him stronger, but it does drain stamina. That's the one little downside to this healing AI ability. On top of using Kaioken times 20, that would take everything out of Goku. Frieza's a little bit more injured than he originally is, but Frieza's furious now. As now Goku is running out of options, he remembers he can use the Spirit Bomb. So, Goku would then begin charging at the Spirit Bomb, as Piccolo would gather energy from him and Krillin and Gohan. So he has his stamina back, he would continue battling Frieza. Goku would then throw the Spirit Bomb at Frieza, hitting him, making a massive explosion. Piccolo would then save Goku, pulling him out of the water, as they would then be celebrating that Frieza was killed. Until Frieza survived. Albeit, he is more damaged than he is in the original, but he was furious. Goku ran out of stamina. He just doesn't have... He has his power, but he doesn't have any stamina. He can barely move, as his AI needs time to recharge and also take energy. Frieza would then fire a death beam that would hit Piccolo, who would jump in, saving Goku. Piccolo would then fall over as Gohan was yelling his name. Now, Frieza would do what the original did, and he would throw Krillin into the air, exploding him. This would make Goku snap. But this transformation is different. When Goku would begin transforming, his skin begins to change. Almost like a second layer of skin begins to molt and grow over his body, even his clothing. It was a metallic bluish hue color, almost like metal, begins to grow and cover pretty much almost his whole body. And even his hair was a golden metallic-y color. As now as one of his eyes was red, the other was blue. Goku transformed. Now this, I would like to call Metallic Super Saiyan. This version of Super Saiyan not only has the same boost, but it also has more durability because of the armor that it has around Goku's body. And Goku's AI, of course, is pushed to its limit, so he can heal even faster. So, Goku would then glare at Frieza, who was utterly shocked to see what this was. It was an abomination. Was it a Super Saiyan? It had to be a Super Saiyan. Now, Goku's aura was a mixture between of a whitish hue, but also mainly keeping the golden glow. And some fringes of red. He would then tell Gohan to get out of here, as his voice sounded a little bit more robotic. Gohan would then fly out of there, with Piccolo, as then Goku began battling Frieza. Now, how strong is this version of Metallic Super Saiyan Goku? Well, if you remember, Goku was out getting completely obliterated by Frieza every now and again. He ran out of stamina, but after the Kaioken use, though, his power level was roughly around 5 million. He just didn't have enough stamina to move to continue fighting. He had the power, but no stamina. Now, of course, mixing with Super Saiyan, which is a times 50, he's around 250 million, meaning he's way stronger. So long story short, Frieza has no chance. Goku would completely outclass Frieza. And one difference here is the AI is halfway taking over Goku. There's a reason why, if you look at the thumbnail of the Metallic Super Saiyan, that half of Goku's face is also not having the metal part, is because Goku has grown much stronger mentally. So he's able to kind of keep control over the AI fully taking over his body. But the AI is dulling his emotions, meaning that Goku's morals and his code is a lot less strict. He's not going to give Frieza a chance this time. He tried originally when he told Frieza to give it up, once when he first fought Frieza, but not this time. This is not really Goku no more. This is Kakarot, the Saiyan. Goku would easily outclass Frieza, but he would still tell Frieza to use his full power and go 100%. So, Frieza would agree and then go 100% power. Now, when Frieza did try to blow up Namek, I think Goku would be able to stop it in time, since he is much stronger. He would then take the attack and actually absorb it, getting his stamina fully back. So, once when Frieza would continue battling Goku at 100%, he was no chance against Goku, and Goku was not holding back. He would take Frieza's full brunt of his attacks, but the fact that Frieza's more injured, his stamina was draining faster than the original, Goku was just too strong. So, Goku would have easily overpowered Frieza, and then, with a single blast, he would completely eradicate Frieza, leaving no trace of him left. So Frieza was gone. There's no Mecha Frieza, no nothing. So because of this, now that Frieza was completely destroyed, Goku would then transform back, as the metallic armor would then disappear as he was back to normal Goku again. He was confused on what that power was, but he was tired though. That power did take a lot of energy out of him, but he would then link up with King Kai, and he would then tell them all about the Namekians to bring them back. And also too, luckily, since the Elder Namekian was alive, they could use the Namekian Dragon Balls to wish back all the Namekians that were killed by Frieza. And they could even wish back Vegeta. So, when Vegeta was wished back, he was shocked that Frieza was killed, but he wasn't too surprised. Now, since this happened, the Namekians would then bid them all farewell, as they would actually bring Dende to Earth. Why? Because they need a new Guardian of Earth. So Dende would then head there, and he also will make the Dragon Balls even more powerful, working on them. So, once when they do arrive back, Chi-Chi would not be freaking out seeing Super Saiyan Goku, and Goku was also not late by a couple years. As you remember, Goku kind of went and got some cigarettes for a few years on planet Yardrat. So, since Goku never went to Yardrat, he doesn't really know about instant transmission. Unfortunately, he can't. So, Goku doesn't know about instant transmission. Sorry about that. So, Goku would then head back to Earth with his friends and family. Now, We would then spend the next few years as Trunks would still arrive like the original, but he was surprised to see that Goku was not here, and same with everybody else. Goku did not arrive. He was confused, as this is the Trunks from the original future timeline, just for clarification, not a custom what-if timeline, as that would take way too long and take way too many parts. But maybe I'll do that in the future one day, to where maybe it'll be a normal story, but with a custom future Trunks. We'll see. Now, Trunks would then look around, but he would then head to Goku's house where Goku was staying with Chi-Chi and Gohan. He would then speak to Goku privately, and even have a little spar with Goku showing Super Saiyan, and Goku can master Super Saiyan as well. And whenever he turns, he has a metallic body, but that's cutting forward. Now, Goku was also able to learn how to activate Super Saiyan without the need of a metallic body too, as that was the AI taking over Goku. Now, the AI was taking over him not in an evil sense, but taking over him to protect him. As, remember, the AI takes over, Goku has no morals or no code. Goku can use the metallic body to act as a second layer of armor for him if he needs to. Goku would easily outlast Trunks and easily block his blows with his finger. That was pretty easy. Trunks would then explain to Goku all about the androids and what they are and etc. And Goku says, well, I remember the Red Ribbon Army. I destroyed them a long time ago. And Trunks then states, was there a man by the name of Dr. Gero? And Goku says, as remember, he was trying to think. And then he was trying to go back to his memories, which the AI has memory locks. So Goku would then figure out, yes, he remembers him. What do you like? This older man with balding head? And then Trunks says yes, as he says, maybe you already changed the timeline. Maybe that's why when I came here, you weren't at that spot already on Namek. Trunks doesn't know, but he still gives Goku the heart medicine, and he says, just be prepared. You don't know. Time has changed a lot already, so you don't know what will happen, but I'll be here just in case. And Goku would agree. So for the next 3 years, they would all continue their training for the next 3 years to battle the androids. Now, once the 3 years were up, they would arrive at the location, but there were no androids. Nothing. There was nothing here. No androids, no nothing. There's no android 17 and 18. There's no android 16. Sorry, Krillin. There's no Dr. Gero, android 19. There is Cell, technically, because that Cell is from the future timeline. He went back to this timeline. So there is Cell, but yeah. Cell would pretty much be obliterated, but yeah, no androids. And Goku didn't feel any heart virus come along. Why? Because he's not exactly human no more. And if the heart virus was a disease that did hit him, the AI would have instantly healed it, as no disease can hurt him. He's immune to all diseases now, so he might have not even had the heart virus at all. And even if he did, it would have been instantly healed ages ago. So Goku's fine. Now that Trunks was here, he was shocked to see that, wow, there was no androids. And nothing at all. Now, they would still explore around the area just to be sure, but nothing. Dead, calm, and peaceful world. Now, Trunks decides to stay for at least a few days just to be sure, as yes, a few days later, people were getting absorbed, and it was Cell. Now, Piccolo would actually fight Cell, and I think he would hold his own just fine. And Cell would then escape using the Solar Flare. Now, I think when Goku and them would arrive, Vegeta also followed along, as Vegeta still had his same scene where he did go Super Saiyan. I think Vegeta would try fighting Cell, but I think Cell would overpower Vegeta because Cell's too strong, initially. Now, Vegeta, I think, would have his pride broken. He wants to fight Kakarot, mainly. And I think Goku would cut in, alongside with the other Z fighters, all jumping Cell. Cell would not be able to escape. He's too strong. So Goku would easily overpower Cell and kill him, as they would all team up and kill Cell with a full power attack, and Cell was completely obliterated. Trunks wonders if that was maybe a bio-android of some kind. It must be, because they did find a time machine from another timeline. I know it's confusing. And Trunks states maybe this was the android. He doesn't know. But he states that since there is no android, I'm out of here then. I gotta go back to my timeline. Now, Goku would offer Trunks to train him first, as true, Trunks can go back to his timeline, but he's not that strong enough yet. He then offers the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, a place you can go and train, as it's one day on the outside, but on the inside it's a whole year. Trunks would actually agree to this. So, Vegeta wants his match first though. Vegeta cut him off, telling him, you're not going to go into some place and get stronger. We're having our fight right now. Vegeta doesn't really care about the androids, they were just in his way. But now that this little bug creature was taken care of, now he's next. He wants to have one final fight against Goku to prove who's the strongest, and Goku would not turn it down. telling Trunks that they will go in there afterwards. Vegeta would then transform into a Super Saiyan, and Goku would do the same. Now, Goku was holding back, as he was way stronger than Vegeta. It's ridiculous. Remember, his AI is adapting and growing stronger. Goku is already, by this point, at second form Cell level, so Vegeta has no chance. Vegeta would hit Goku with everything that he has, even firing a Big Bang attack, which Goku would block easily. Goku would then power up to his full strength, and with a single strike, he would knock out Vegeta. This would shatter Vegeta's pride, the fact that even as a Super Saiyan, he couldn't beat Kakarot. But I think Vegeta would be humbled, and I think he would accept for now that Goku was number one for now, but he's still very vengeful about it. He'll just fly off. So he promises to come back and face him again one day and become stronger. So he'll go up back to Bulma's place and continue doing gravity training. And then Trunks would ask Goku to teach him everything that he knows. He begs him to get him as strong as possible. And Goku would 100% agree. So they would then enter the Room of Spirit and Time, and Goku was a mentor to Trunks, teaching him everything. New skills such as the solar flare, to after images, to more. And even things that Roshi taught Goku. Goku was teaching him everything that Goku learned from all of his teachers, he was teaching to Trunks. As Gohan did a great job teaching Trunks, but Gohan was not very experienced with teaching people. Goku is. Goku's a master when it comes to it. So Trunks got a massive power increase. And I think inside of the Room of Spirit and Time, and this is just me personally, I think that Goku knew that there's a level beyond Super Saiyan. He knows it. He can feel it. And I think if he pushes Trunks hard enough, Trunks having so much trauma and PTSD, and fighting how near-death fight, I think Trunks would unlock Super Saiyan 2. He has the potential for it. He just wasn't trained properly. I mean, even Trunks, who barely even trained with Vegeta every now and again, in the Room of Spirit and Time, was able to keep up with him and actually surpass him. Imagine Trunks with a truly powerful teacher. Yeah, Trunks is more OP than people realize. His potential is busted as a half Saiyan. So Trunks did unlock Super Saiyan, I would say near the very end, but even as a normal Super Saiyan, he could easily handle the androids. How strong is this version of Trunks? This is just me comfortably saying it, and I will say it comfortably. I think that Trunks could keep up with Perfect Cell. Not Super Perfect Cell, Perfect Cell. I think he's stronger than Gohan was as a normal Super Saiyan when he fought Cell. That's my personal opinion. Not as strong as Super Saiyan 2, or not as strong as Super Perfect Cell, nothing like that. But as normal Super Saiyan, he is. If he does go Super Saiyan 2, then yes, I think he is stronger than Gohan and Cell. Trunks is more than enough. He doesn't have full control over Super Saiyan 2. He needs to get very angry to unlock it, but he will train and practice. That's the good part, is Goku taught Trunks how to train. So Trunks knows how to train now. Knowing many techniques and many methods, and how to train smart, not overtraining or hurting himself. Trunks was just surviving. He wasn't really training. But now, he knows that he needs to do this. So Trunks will be a force to be reckoned with later on. So Trunks would then go back to his future timeline, and he would completely annihilate the androids, having no chance. And he would completely annihilate Cell as well. He probably won't, honestly, he probably doesn't even need Super Saiyan for the androids, but he would overkill and kill them. Cell would have been defeated, and since there was now peace on Earth, Goku never died, he never went to the other world. This means that there's no Super Saiyan 3. Now we know the Super Saiyan 3 is possible because Vegeta even unlocked it in Daima, but sorry for spoilers. But realistically, Goku, would he really need a use for it? I don't think so, because he's so busted. So this also means that people like Goten and Gohan are much stronger during the next 7 years, because Goku is now around. But we will get into that on the next one. And that is it for this What If, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think down below about Goku having this metallic arm around his body and all this crazy stuff. And I want to thank Lag for making the thumbnail. Check him out below, and go check out his channel. If you guys do want custom art, he's also on Discord as well. So if you guys want to hit him up, you can join my server and type in there the general, and I can get him set up for you guys for commissions. He's really cheap and really awesome. So thank you guys so much. You guys are the absolute best. Let's get to 400 likes for this video, and let's get to 50,000 subscribers. And I'll talk to you all in the next one. Peace.